Well, welcome everybody to our front porch
And Relationship Friday.
and Relationship Friday. Yes.
Yes.
It's a little it's a little brighter out here,
It's
isn't
bright,
it?
and I'm having to squint.
Yeah, we're
but
squinting a little bit.
We're going to do
You
this
see
thing.
our doggie there in the background. She
Yeah,
always got to be a part of the
She's got
scene.
to know where we are. There she is. Look at how cute she is.
Yes, little cutie. And so you've brought me out here. We wanted to change the scenery, but you brought me out here so that I could be distracted by more things. Cars driving by, right?
Well,
I'm easily distracted.
you are. I'm surprised at that because I'm usually the one that's easily distracted.
I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm getting older.
Maybe I'm rubbing off on you.
Boy.
Maybe it's a relationship
You know,
thing.
that's a thing that maybe it is. You know, sometimes they say husband and wives begin to look like each other the longer they're married.
Do we look alike?
Are you going to
If
look
you're
more like
lucky,
me?
you do.
Are you going to look
Just
more like me, or am I going to look more like you?
Well,
I hope.
I think there's more benefits. I mean, you would have more hair if you look like me. You know, you're going to probably get balder as we get older, and
I've got a. Nice,
I wouldn't look good in a goatee.
Yeah.
so-
Well, I hope that we just. Yeah.
No, I like the way you look. I don't want you to look like me.
I like the way you look. I don't want you to look like me.
All right.
Yeah. See how that worked
See
out?
how we agree? That's the key to relationships.
Yeah, what do I do with this? I broke the microphone before we started.
Actually,
so-
I broke it. You told me not to step on it, and that's exactly what I did. I
Well.
stepped on it.
Well, okay.
But I was chasing the cat. The cat got out the front door, and you know.
So, what is going on in your life? As you know, we've been saying this. We are having a service this Sunday. We have announced it now. This will be the third announcement. We've made Facebook posts about it. We are having a service Sunday morning at 10 o'clock. Bring your own chair, bring your own coffee. Go to the bathroom before you come because the church is not going to be open. Bring your own chair. We're going to be in the parking lot. We'll have it coned off with parking cones in the section, and we'll have places where you can set your chairs so you can be apart from each other. Obviously, people in the same family, you can sit next to each other. But otherwise, we'll all be apart from each other, okay? Mm-hmm. But we'll be together. We'll be apart, but we'll be together.
Right. We'll be able to see each other.
We'll be
One another.
apart, but it's like a contradiction, isn't it?
No, it's oxymoron, I think they call it.
Something like that.
I don't know if that's actually one, but
Anyways, I'm looking forward to it. 10 o'clock this Sunday, okay? And we will still be posting it on Facebook, and we'll be emailing it out on, posting it on YouTube and emailing it out to everybody, okay? So, looking forward to it. Big
Yes,
time.
yes.
Big time.
That'll
So,
be good.
relationships.
relationships.
We're in a relationship,
Yes, we are.
yes. And it's a good one.
It is good.
Yeah. I think we're doing pretty
I think
good.
It's been the
We've had some.
marrying you is probably the
Probably.
the best decision I ever made. Well, no, next to accepting Jesus as my Savior is
That's
number
right.
one.
That's right.
But you know, God brings into your life if you ask Him, and I did ask Him. He brings into your life what you need.
Yes.
And who you need if you ask. You know, and if you wait on the Lord, and that's exactly what I did. And He gave me you, and I think that He couldn't have done a better job.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
Because
you were exactly the person I needed in my life.
Oh,
Seriously.
I know. I mean, we've talked about this before, and
Yeah.
and I do see the longer we're together, how our strengths and weaknesses are
They complement each
other. Right. Where I'm weak, he is strong, and where you are weak, I'm strong, and I think that we take each other through it.
Yeah, definitely. So, anyways, we have started a new study on the YouVersion of the Bible app.
Let me interrupt you right
YouVersion
there.
of the Bible app.
The YouVersion has great Bible studies
Yes,
that
it
you can.
does.
And another thing is you can invite your friends, and I think we've talked about this before
many times.
But first of all, it's sort of like they run it a little bit like Facebook in a way, where you can seek out your contacts and friends, and you can search people out and become friends with them. Maybe people within the church, or even friends from wherever your high school friends even. I mean, you can look them up
Right.
and see if they're in the Bible with you. And but the great thing is they've got so many plans to choose from, and
Yes.
on every subject.
That's right.
Whatever you're battling, I think. I mean, I've tested it out. Whatever I
Yes.
may be going through at that time, they've got one on it.
You can look up different topics: love, depression,
Mm-hmm.
anxiety, anger. Anything that you may be dealing with. And the Bible speaks about so much of the things that we face in life, and so there's a lot
Right.
of great stuff on there.
So
and
check it out.
obviously,
YouTube.
beyond the
you version.
beyond the Bible studies themselves, is just the Word of God is on there.
Right.
And so, very good Bible app, and we have been recommending it for a while. I looked up on, because I want to make sure that we're able to do what we're about to do on YouTube, through an email or whatever, and so we're able to, as long as we give credit to the author and credit to this, we're able to talk about it. We don't want to steal anybody's. We don't want to pass this off
No.
as our information.
Yeah,
Okay,
right,
this is a lady by the name of Deborah Filita, I believe
Yes,
is how her name
I
is
would
pronounced, or that's how it's
pronounce
spelled,
it.
Filita. She wrote this, and it's called Love in Every Seasons. Love in Every Season. So as a couple, if you want to download that app and then go through that with us, we'd love for you to go through it with us. But for the next several Relationship Fridays, we're going to be talking about this. And it is as it sounds, based on what Solomon wrote in Ecclesiastes. Says there's a season for everything, right? There's a season for this, a season for that. Everything, every activity under the sun, there's a season for, right? And so what she does, which is very interesting, is she describes relationships, marriage relationships, as going through different seasons: spring, summer, winter, and fall. Very interesting the way she does that. Spring is a season of what she calls new beginnings, which makes sense, right? Flowers are in bloom, the trees are in bloom
Right.
in the springtime, and so there's newness around. And so, and the interesting thing about this spring season, it is not that a relationship just goes through this spring season once. There are multiple times that a relationship will go through one of these seasons.
Well, yeah, she talks right here about springtime hold on a second. The attraction is growing at a very rapid pace.
Right.
So any time that you're growing, I think, as a couple, at a rapid pace, and that, or
You would be in the spring
you'd be in the
season.
spring season,
Right.
right? And that
Yeah.
doesn't have to be at the very beginning.
No, it can
throughout.
be any time.
Right.
Right. I mean, I think there have been times in our relationship, Stacy, where we grew, we came together closer as a couple, and we've never been apart.
No.
But there's just been times when we've been closer together than others,
Well,
and
it's
we were
usually
really
when you-
matured and grew
Right,
together.
and sometimes it's through a hardship we may be gone through, or
Right.
from
Or a major life event like
the life
having a
event,
child.
having a child, or
Right.
moving, or a
Right.
death in the family, or something like
Right.
that, where you learn a little bit more
About each other. Right.
and how we handle that situation.
Yeah. So that's spring. Summer is when things start to get hot. Ooh. Now
Make
she
me
talks
blush.
about emotional, the warmth of emotional intimacy. She calls that warmth. I get that. The heat of physical intimacy. All right? And then the fire of spiritual intimacy. And so that is when things are heating up. And I think we have seen that in our own lives as well. There are times emotionally when we're on the same page. There's times emotionally when you need my help more. There are times emotionally when I need your help more. There's times of physical intimacy is greater than other times. But then there's times really, which what I want to focus on is the times of spiritual intimacy where we come together and grow in the Lord. And that's ultimately the growth that counts, right?
Absolutely.
And I think that,
that's what keeps you together.
That's
really.
right. I think that this coronavirus has caused us to grow spiritually stronger together. Don't you think so?
Well, yeah, I said that a couple times. I think that the involvement that whenever you have to take part or you become really involved in something, I think I grow, and obviously somehow this transpired, and here I am sitting with you almost every day talking about this. So yes, I believe we've gotten closer and grown, and I've definitely grown.
Well, we're praying together more.
Yes.
We're reading the Bible together more. Maybe
Yes.
not necessarily together, but we're going through another
Right.
Bible study where we're reading.
Right.
Right. We're
With each other.
with each other more. We're teaching JR more. This has been really good.
Oh yeah.
I think because we are much more actively involved in JR's life.
Right.
He's not
knowing
8
what
hours.
he's learning.
He's not 8
and
hours
seeing
in
where
school.
his strength and weaknesses are,
Right.
and having him, and then doing projects together, and being that there's time and we're home, he wanted to start a YouTube channel, so
Yeah.
why not?
Yeah.
But
But the spiritual side of it as well is we're able to guide him through some of the
Right.
things that he's learning in school.
Right.
And so that has
Right.
been very good. Okay, fall. Fall is when our true colors begin to shine. All right. We're no longer blinded by the brightness and beauty of spring, because in fall we begin to see things as they really are.
comfortable stage, maybe.
It's a comfortable stage, right? It's the thing where you have become accustomed to each other more, right? We know each other's weaknesses. We know each other's strengths.
We know each other's buttons.
We know the quirks, right? We
Which
know
buttons to push.
we know that you like to put the toilet paper on the wrong way in the
And guess
bathroom.
what he did? By the way, just sidebar. He never does this, and he put the toilet paper on upside down for me,
today.
and the wrong way. I
Today.
should put it that way. He put it on the
Today
wrong
I
way
did
today.
that.
And I said, "Did you do that on purpose?"
And I
Yes.
said,
"You said yes."
Yes, I did.
Stinker.
All right. So that's fall, and those are the things when it says that your true colors shine, and so those are times I think where many relationships can get
Complacent, maybe.
start to get a little frazzled when
Yeah.
you really start to see what the other person is like. Relationships can begin to there can begin to be problems
Unraveling
in the fall.
or falling
There can
apart,
begin to be
yeah.
problems, right? So we're going to discuss this more as we go through them. But then there's the season of winter, and this is the time when things begin to cool as the normalcy of day-to-day life sets in. Okay, so I don't want to say it this way, but this is the only way that I can think about it. This is where we just tend to maybe put up with each other sometimes. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
And obviously in a relationship, it takes a lot of patience with one another. It takes a lot of humility with one another. But sometimes, just like in any other relationship, sometimes we just have to put up with each other. We just have to say, okay, whatever, you know. And maybe that's somewhat kind of what winter can bring to us. But the good thing about winter is that it can reveal to us a lot about who we are, in this relationship. Who am I in this relationship? Okay, and then who my spouse is as well. So I think winter can be a great revealer as well. What happens when the physical intimacy cools down a little bit.
Right.
What happens when the emotional intimacy maybe isn't there, for one another. How do we handle that? And so it can be a great revealer. My thoughts.
Good
on
thoughts.
winter. Okay. Remember, each one of these seasons we can go through and cycle through at any time.
Numerous times.
Numerous times
In
and
a
at any
relationship.
time. I mean, maybe you can go directly from, and I don't think they have to necessarily go in order either, right? I think maybe there's times when you can be in a long period of time in spring and then jump straight to
Winter?
fall. Well, really, you could.
Yeah, I
really,
mean,
you could, right?
You could, depending on if something happens, what
Yeah.
what it is that happens.
Right.
But ultimately, I think this Bible study is going to show us that no matter what season you're in,
Yeah.
with God's help, you can make it through and
Everything.
stay together.
That's right. And there's no doubt that, in a relationship, Christ has to be the center of the
Yeah.
relationship.
Because we'll fail each other.
Yeah.
And we do.
I mean,
and we fight.
Each
And we
spouse,
do.
Each
do.
each spouse individually has to seek the Lord,
Right.
and together they have to seek the Lord as well.
Yes.
And if you do that, you guys, I don't see how you could fail. You know, I couldn't live without you.
I couldn't live without you either.
Sometimes,
Take care of yourself, for Pete's sake.
sometimes, no, I couldn't live without her.
Sometimes you need to get away.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? You just
space,
need to, and I get that. And I've always say, just ask me to go along with, take me with you on to the store or something like that. But sometimes, look who's in the back of the. You see this?
He's chewing on something. He's got himself some butter.
But sometimes you just need that time away.
Yeah.
And I got to be understanding because I have it because Jeff is not going to come running with me, so I got my time away. But
Sometimes
but-
I need to go play golf.
yep, and so we do have that time away, and I think you have to honor that with one another.
Sure.
That's
right. All right. So that's where we're going for the next several Fridays, and we'll see what the Lord has in store. All right. If you feel comfortable, come Sunday. We would love to have you there. You know, if it's not your time yet, if the Lord is not leading you to be there, ask the Lord. Say, Lord, do you want me to go this Sunday? And then just wait. You know, He may say yes. He may say no. He may say just wait. And so listen to what He has to say. All right. You won't go wrong. All right. We love you. I love you.
I love you.
Okay. We'll see you Sunday morning.
See ya.
Yeah, me too.